Incoming rookies C.J. Stroud, Bryce Young, and Anthony Richardson as quarterbacks he'd be willing to back up. That's a long list. There are a lot of options there. Shannon, what do you make of these comments from Cam?
Cam need to put the camera down. See, the problem I have with Cam is that his arrogance is suffocating. This man was out of the entire NFL last year.
Yep.
And then he comes in with a wish list. These are the teams or these are the players I'm willing to back up. Skip, I don't have a job, but I'm only willing to work for Apple, Google, Microsoft, JP Morgan, Amazon, Salesforce, American Express, Wells Fargo, Walmart, and Target. I don't have a job. I don't get to call the shots. Cam, do you realize this? How many teams called you last year? You telling teams what you're willing to do. Oh, this is what I do. How many teams called you? And now you think because you say something on YouTube or you put it out there on social media with your fancy font that these teams like, man, you heard what Cam say? Cam say he back up Deshaun. He back up Lamar Jackson. He back up this and that one. Let's get on the phone and call him up. And the problem that I have is that your followers, they as dumb as you, and they think this is legit. And this is how it works. There's a reason why teams haven't called you, and you don't get it. Your arrogance blinds you. You think because you're Cam Newton. If you were 2015 Cam, you wouldn't even miss last year.
No.
But you think, well, let me tell you the guys, Lamar and Jalen Hurts and Aaron Rodgers. Basically, what he's trying to say, Skip, these are guys that I think are better than me, so I'll be willing to back them up. The other guy. And for you, I don't get it. He like, man, Shannon, you called Cam a random. You thought it was okay for Cam to call them other 32 guys random. So why can't I say that he's a random? At least they got jobs.
You responded to him.
Yes. At least they got jobs, so what does that make him? What? If somebody's employed and I'm not, I've been on the other side, Cam.
Yep.
When I got let go by CBS, Skip, I go to the barbershop and everybody say, Sharp, when you gonna get a job, man? You better than bums on TV.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody talking, hey, guys in the league, man, why you ain't on TV? Hey, bro, I need somebody to give me a chance. Here comes Skip, knocks on my door, gave me the chance.
Yep.
Hey, I could say, these are the only networks I'm gonna work for. I'm only gonna work for this network, and that network.
Yep.
Anybody else, nah, I'm good. What? I'm without a job. Hell, if CNN would have called, if the whole HGTV, Skip, I don't get Cam. I really don't. Is that he thinks that, oh, this is what he would be willing to do.
Yeah.
You don't call the shots, Cam. Oh my goodness, man! He gets my blood pressure going because of his arrogance, because of the way he conducts himself. Instead of saying, "Look, Skip, I thought he said he'd willing to be a backup." Now he's only willing to be a backup for these guys. If he can back up these guys, now see, he told a lie. Now if it's a lie, he told it. He said, "I'm willing to be a backup." He comes out a week later, 2 weeks later, says, "I'm only willing to be a backup for these guys." Well, good luck with that. I'm anxious to see. I can't wait. I want to see how many teams going to call him. I wonder how many teams called him since his pro day. Remember he had that day?
I'll quote him. He said, "My phone ain't ring since the pro day."
I bet it's about to start ringing off the hook right now. When he told him he'd back up these guys right here, I bet that thing ringing off the hook. He had to get a second line, maybe a third line.
Yep. I'm still a Cam fan. I was before his draft. I certainly was in 2015. But sad but true, that arrogance you speak of has now turned into delusional arrogance. That's what's scary about this. I watched this whole 23-minute video. He's got his cigar going. He's going to town, trying to reset. He said, "I'm going to reset the narrative." In part, this was in response to you.
You created the narrative, Cam.
Got it. Shannon, I listened hard to this. I tried hard to follow the thread and grasp the ultimate thrust of this. And the more he spoke, the more confused I got. I have no idea how you can rank the quarterbacks that you would be willing to back up, because he put them in order, starting with Deshaun. Oh, I know Deshaun well. They were in the 7-on-7 together. And then we
No,
start.
Deshaun came to his 7-on-7 camp.
That's what I mean. Yeah, he came to his camp. Somebody else did. So maybe Malik Willis did. But by the way, I lost track of where Malik was. I think he was 6th on the list. Malik Willis is not the starter.
He's a backup.
He's a backup. So you're going to back up the backup? Okay, you really lost me there. And then in the middle, you list the 3 soon-to-be drafted quarterbacks in the first round, obviously Bryce and CJ and Anthony Richardson, and you want to back them up, and you indicate you could mentor them, okay? I get the idea of that. You don't mention Will Levis, who's going to go somewhere up in there, might even go ahead of Anthony Richardson. So he's omitted from the list. Could be black quarterback to black quarterback, got it.
Right.
But then at the bottom, we get to the white quarterbacks, and he starts with Aaron Rodgers. But you'd be willing to back up Aaron Rodgers, but you omit from your list Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, Justin Herbert, and for that matter, Trevor Lawrence.
Right.
And you indicate, if I heard him right, and I was listening hard to this, that all the other quarterbacks not on this list, he would like to go compete with because he believes he could beat them out.
Right.
And he said it's like let the better man win the competition. So he said, I love Patrick. I got all the respect in the world for Patrick, but I think he was indicating that he would like to go compete against Patrick,
who?
Patrick Mahomes, and against Justin Herbert, and against Trevor Lawrence.
No, you mean compete on a team?
Yes, go compete for their job.
Yes.
Well, that's how it came across.
Cam out his damn mind.
I'm pretty sure that's what he was saying.
I want to know who in their right damn mind think Cam Newton can beat out Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, Justin Herbert for the starting job on their respective teams. Who?
In his mind.
Cam Newton.
Okay.
Skip, you misheard it.
Okay.
You misheard it. He said he wanted to compete against those guys on another team. He wants to play against them.
No. He wanted to go compete with them for their job. And also not on the list that he would back up, Dak Prescott, Daniel Jones. So I'm assuming he means by omission that, I could go in there and win that job. You see what I mean? Like I wouldn't want to back them up. And yet, how did Aaron Rodgers get on the list? So he's saying he couldn't beat out Aaron Rodgers, but
he can beat out Patrick Mahomes. He can beat out Joe Burrow. He can beat out Justin Herbert.
That is the implication here.
Hold on. Skip, do you realize? Okay, he said Deshaun Lamar. Who thinks those guys, anybody on this list, is better than Patrick Mahomes? Who thinks that anybody that he mentioned on this list is better than Joe Burrow?
No.
I'm not so sure that anybody on this list that they think is better than Justin Herbert. Ask any general manager. Take a poll. Who thinks the guys on this list are better than those 3 guys? Cam Newton has been out of the damn league for 3 years, and he thinks he can beat them out for a job?
Yeah. So
something within that cigar. And I ain't talking about tobacco.
Yeah, got it. I don't know. And then the other weird one was the last player on the list he would back up is Sam Howell. Wait a minute. You would go, I don't even know if he's going to be the starter.
I'm talking about Sam Howell in Washington.
Yes.
Hold on. Didn't Ron Rivera have a chance to get him last year? Didn't Ron Rivera have a chance to get him 2 years ago?
Didn't Ron Rivera once coach him in Carolina? Yes, he did. Nobody knows Cam Newton better than Ron Rivera. And he said no to Cam Newton, okay? But why would you want to go back up Sam Howell? How long would that last? How long would you be comfortable sitting back saying, I'll carry the clipboard for him. I'll mentor him. Seriously?
This delusion. Go back and check my track record. I supported Cam when he was at college, when everybody talking about he did what he did and his father did what they did.
Yep.
I supported him all the way through Carolina. When he went to New England, Skip, I said, hey, he can win this job, blah, blah, blah. I supported him. Mm-hmm. It's just when he came with the delusion and came out being disrespectful to other players.
Got it.
At the end of the day, no matter what I might think about somebody that does this job, I'm not going to be disrespectful because they're doing the job. Mm-hmm. Whether or not I think I can be better at it, give me an opportunity. I'll go somewhere else. I might not be where I started and where I end up. So just give me a chance. But I'm willing to go anywhere. In whatever role you see from me, I'll show you sooner or later cream will rise to the top. Mm-hmm. And I'll be what I know I can be.
Yep.
But that's disrespectful. That, like I say, the arrogance is suffocating me.
It is.
But it's blinded him.
Yep.
Because for him to think that he could be... Cam Newton on his absolutely best has never been better than Patrick Mahomes. Even in his MVP season.
Yep.
Go look at Mahomes. Does he understand Patrick Mahomes is a transcendent? There's great players, there's generational players, and then there's transcendent.
Agreed?
Man, this is I just hope his phone's right. I want him to get a chance. I want to see, and I hope I'm wrong, that Cam gets an opportunity and he can recapture what he had in 2015.
Yep.
But that's not very likely. And like he said, he had to skip. It's the draft now. They're looking at these top 3, 4 quarterbacks that's coming out.
Yep.
There's some other quarterbacks that's coming out in the draft. And it's like, well, they're going to get a shot before Cam. And I can assure you, hey, no, Skip, normally guys like, yeah, that would be great, but hey, wherever I go, I just want to get drafted.
Yeah.
Normally, the guy that's looking for a job, I just want to, well, what do you want to do? Well, I did this for like 10 years. I was in graphic design. I was an engineer. I was in research.
Yeah.
I was in economics and finance.
Yeah.
But hey, at this point in time, I'm without a job. So if you have something or you know somebody that might have something, keep your boy in mind. This joker out of the league, and he has a nerve to give the NFL teams, say, this is what I'd be willing to do. I ain't got no job. I'm starving. I'm hungry. But I'm only going to work for these companies.
Yep.
Man, miss me with this.
Well, I think he intended this for you, not to miss you, to
I ain't got no team.
hit you.
I ain't got no team.
Yeah.
And the innuendo or the conjecture or what the shots that subtle shots you try to send me,
Yep.
I ain't got no team. You don't need to impress me. You can take our shot. I did what I did. I'm done. I can't do no more. I get paid to have an opinion about 10 topics a day.
Yep.
I give my opinion. I go home. I'm with my dogs. I go work out. That's it.
That's it.
So you take all the shots you want at me. I ain't got no team. You need to be taking shots at Jerry Jones and all these general managers that haven't given you a call. I can't give you a call.
Yep.
Because I ain't got nothing for you to do.
So to your point about supporting Cam, I really liked the way Cam played, trying to step into Brady's shoes in New England. I thought he was really good in that stretch to open that season.
Right.
He got beat up, and then as he went into his second season, COVID was upon us.
Right.
And remember what he did? He was supposed to stay in pocket, and he left their bubble, remember?
Yeah.
And he broke the rules, and Belichick, right before the season started, said,
No. Right.
No.
And then he's like, well, give me if you weren't healthy, when you went to New England the first time, say, guys, I appreciate the opportunity, but I'm just not healthy enough to go and be the Cam Newton because I don't want to put bad tape out there. He put bad tape out there. And then he followed up next year with some worse tape.
Well, it got worse when he went back to Carolina.
Skip, how is that the team's fault? They gave you an opportunity. If you knew you weren't 100% and you weren't up to the task or the challenge, don't take your butt out there. Because at the end of the day, they see Cam Newton. They see one.
Yeah.
They don't know anything about no offseason surgery. They don't care nothing about no knee. They don't care nothing about no foot, no toe. They see Newton. But when you was doing all this stuff and you running to the middle of the field and you doing all that, were you hurt then? I couldn't tell you anything was wrong with your shoulders because you had your arms spread like you were like a condor.
And that was pretty much the last of Cam. And to your point, he didn't play half a year last year. He played none. He was out the whole year.
So was he not healthy last year? But look, you can have Skip, but it's the list. I mean, he called dudes randoms, and now he's got a list. These are the dudes I'll be willing to back up. The rest of y'all, I ain't got time for y'all. Sometimes we be our worst enemy and we don't even know it.
Yeah.
We think we saying something. We think we try to appeal to the masses because he get on there and he get on the IG Live and he get this podcast or whoever podcast he was on. And then, man, you heard what Cam say? I agree with you, Cam. You're a bigger fool than he is if you agree with this.
All I know is the more he spoke in this video, the more lost I got.
Why speak?
Good question.
Name the person that got picked up because they said something on social media. You think these teams care about what you talk about on social media?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, can you help us win games? Now, if you want a job in the social media department and can teach us how to write with that font, we might be hiring.
Yep.
But we're looking for football players.
Yep.
With the NFL, we look for football players. Are you good enough? The question is not what I think. It doesn't even matter what he thinks because he can't hire himself. And the fans that support Cam, they can't hire him. What does those 32 teams, the people that's making decisions, what do they think?
Okay. Final point. Full disclosure. I've mentioned this once before, and it is apropos right now. Back in October, we, as a show, made overtures to Cam. Come on in here, do the whole show. He's very good on camera. Obviously, we can talk football in general, but you can explain to us where you are and who you think you could be. But obviously here, he's going to get cross-examined because we're going to say, well, wait a second, what do you mean by that? Or help us out, help us out. Where are you? What do you think could happen? And he could have as much time as he would want, but we're not going to ask, we're not going to toss softballs to him.
This is not a pro show.
No, okay.
Because at the end of the day, if LeBron plays bad, I'm going to say LeBron played bad. If Mahomes plays bad, if this one plays bad, he played bad. If you play good, I'm going to say you play good. If I was wrong, I'm going to say I was wrong. But to come out here, if he thought he was going to come out here, it's like, oh, Cam, you had a great career, yada, yada, yada. I'm surprised you're not in the league. That ain't happening.
I don't know, but it didn't happen. After we thought it was set up for a couple of weeks, then it just didn't materialize. He did not pursue. It was ready to go. We were obviously going to pay all of us, fly him out here and put him up and do all that. And it didn't happen. So the full disclosure is, in complete, transparent objectivity, we did offer him the option of coming here and talking to us.
And full disclosure, Shannon Sharp knew nothing about that. So don't say Shannon Sharp didn't want Cam to come here, because that's a lie. Shannon Sharp, that's the first time I heard this story, is Skip telling it now. So I don't know anything about no guests that be coming on the show, who we might or might not have. I don't know anything. All I know is I get the rundown. Oh, he on the show? Okay, I'm ready to go.
True. Very true.
Well, I'll say this. I miss Cam because of the post-game fashion shows. They were always epic, always something to see. Gentlemen, the Mavericks back to the NBA when we come back. They got some decisions to make with Kyrie. Do you think they should go all in on him this offseason? Got to get your take in just a moment.